Hi, I'm Dennis and I'm the founder of SaaS Camp. In this video, I'd like to walk you through the case study of Percy and walk you through the story how we've grown Percy MRR by 340% in 3 months with zero ad spend. First, more of a backstory. Founder of Percy I is Britain. He was working as a professional copywriter for years. And once he decided to change his life forever and to build a tool which would provide very high quality Amazon listings as if the human would be writing them. However, the there were multiple problems that Britain faced with his startup, and he reached out to me to solve them. Some of the pain points were the following: no marketing plan, low conversion from free to paying users, no system for getting new users into the product, charging way lower than the product is really worth. These are super common issues I deal with inside SaaS Camp because nearly every single time in the couple weeks after the founder joins, we are able to go couple times higher in pricing and to even get more customers in the new price point. And the same happened for Percy. The situation was that he ran multiple marketing activities and reached out to freelancers on Fiverr and Upwork. Unfortunately, this approach didn't get consistent signups, and the conversion from free to paying users was below 2%. Then, after we started working with Percy, the first thing we started with was market positioning. I can't emphasize enough how crucial market positioning is for startups. And no matter which business you are in, having selling to right people determines the health of your business. And that's why the first thing we went to is was to understand who exactly we need to sell to make growth easier for the product. As I said, the health of your business depends on the quality of your customers. As with all the products in SaaS Camp, the first thing we began with was market positioning. When it's challenging to convert people into $5 to $30 a month, it's a signal that we're selling to the wrong audience. The first thing we've done on our go-to-market strategy call was selecting the hungriest audience for a product who would pay us most. But the question was, who would pay us most? Right, those who will be getting the highest ROI and saving the largest amount of time. Amazon agencies. They're charging $50 to $500 per listing, while some brands regularly ask them for hundreds of listings. For B2B SaaS products, we want to find those customers who are going to be saving most hours with our solution, and in the other way, getting the highest ROI from it. Imagine we can be selling to multiple audiences. One would be making an extra $100 with our thing. Another person would be making an extra million with their thing. Interestingly, the very same tool, and in our case, Percy, could be sold to both. However, selling the product for $100 to people who do Amazon listings part time and are not treating it as a full time job is not going to be bringing fantastic results. That's why my idea was that we want to be selling it to people who are first treating this copywriting thing and Amazon listings as their full-time job, and second, are busy with contracts and would love for our help and would love to offload some of their time. That's why our first steps were to for each buyer persona, we want to find the channel where they'll be easiest to find. As our ideal customer profile became Amazon agency owners, we went to LinkedIn. There, we didn't want to sell to newbies. Our product is of zero value to guys struggling to find contracts. I see this mistake very common among SaaS founders. Instead of you So for example, look, imagine your product helps with Amazon listings, as in this case. When you are trying to sell it to those guys who hardly ever have any contracts, guess what? They'll tell you they don't need to offload time on Amazon listings. They want more jobs and more contracts. That's why no matter what product you are building, I'm confident that you want to be building it to those folks who are busy. it's gonna be way easier for you to convince, look, now you're spending these hours on this activity, I can do it for you automatically. You invest your time elsewhere, and as a result, you'll be getting much better business growth for your stuff. For that reason, we filtered out agency owners in US, Europe, Australia, and Canada who've been in their current role for more than 2 years. Then outreach. The next step was to get meetings with them. As Percy hadn't had a lot of social proof and video testimonials, as it's a common case, we had to build our name from scratch. Sometimes cold email campaigns bring higher reply rates when you mention success stories of your other users. However, in this case, we weren't certain in our value proposition yet. I'm a strong believer that selling your product through one-on-one outreach is the fastest way to build traction and to figure out who is your ideal customer persona, who are those people who are getting highest ROI with your tool, what's the best market message to go with, and what is the right value proposition you need to convey to them. It's much easier to sell the product when people immediately understand what's the value behind it, rather than you having to first educate them why on earth would they need the thing. That's why we went for a 4 message outreach sequence, as it brings a high number of replies and chats. More chats mean more market knowledge, and more market knowledge leads to a better understanding of who exactly needs our product and why. What I love doing is I love working with committed founders. I'll explain why. When the founder is committed to get their product to success, they are ready to do the work to get results. And the best situation that happened with Britton is that just after we finished our call, he went on to implement this. And this is exactly what happened. So already 2 more meetings booked today with our updated message structure. Wow. And we haven't even tried out other message templates. Great start so far. So then couple of tips. Yes, I did 2 questions, then proposed the chat. Okay, if they can't pay, I'll tell them the offer is open for 24 hours. And the thing with our offer is that we wanted to incentivize them to take action in the next 24 hours. And that's why we went for a lower price if they go and pay in a shorter period of time. Usually you want to do more value instead of lower price, but for the purpose of getting testing fast in the shortest time possible, we went for it this way. Yes, less pressure, similar effect, and still on the call, you book a meeting 7 days from now to get their feedback. In case they haven't paid 24 hours after our first meeting, we always schedule a call 7 days from the first one, because from each call, from each opportunity, we want to get one of the two, either money and reason why they paid, or no money and the reason why they haven't paid. Both of these help us land new sales faster. So thanks, Dennis. Have my first call tonight. I'll let you know how it goes. So, and 4 meetings now already. I'm amazed how well this is working. In our first day of trying this alone, with no automations, no ad spend, simply sending messages to those people who were the right fit, we booked 4 demos, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them already converted into a $79 sale. Initially, the pricing for the product was a couple times less. I think it was in the range between $10 and $15 a month. But all thanks to our new positioning, we were able to get nearly 10 times higher in pricing, and that's why now Percy is, let me check, $199 and $99 a month. And also, we are now giving an option to book a call for those guys who want even more listings, because then we can give them a nice offer based on the larger quantity. So, call process. For the call structure, we went with our classic 4-step framework. Learn the situation, find their pains, ask for feedback, make an offer. Typical mistake with SaaS demos is, okay, I made this presentation, now let me start showing it to you for half an hour. No, a much easier way to convert people is to first learn more about their pain points and then to communicate how your solution helps them solve these pain points. This way, you sell what they want to buy. Mind-blowing transformation was for me when I found out that instead of having one pitch to be suitable for every business, you want to adjust your message depending on what exactly this person wants for you. If in the call they mentioned their pain points are that it's hard to manage the team and that they are losing track of all the listings they do, guess what? You emphasize that our solution helps you keep everything in one place and clearly shows you how many listings you have in each project. You sell what they want to buy. Instead of anchoring prospects at $30 or $60 a month, we let them distinguish the pricing, which would be a great deal for them. 3 weeks into the program, Britain was closing sales at $79 a month, and this is a 5x increase from its initial pricing. Then started closing sales at $99 a month, and these are a couple of transactions from Stripe. Every first-time founder goes to check a couple of competitor products, thinks that, oh, I should be roughly there, puts pricing there, and then starts waiting for magic to happen. However, everything changes once for our first sales, we let the prospects themselves to guide us what would be an ideal pricing for them. There is a way how you do it. You first frame the conversation such a way that you are solving, that you want to learn more about their pain points, and then you act as a problem solver rather than a salesperson, and you find the scenario in which it's a great win-win outcome for both of you, and that's where you end up in your pricing. You do it for 10 15 times, close 15 sales, then you find which pricing plans you can get from there. Funnel. After we validated our buyer persona and found a repeatable way to get more prospects to book demos with us, it was about optimizing conversions at each stage of the funnel and freeing more of Britain's time for high leverage activities. Because I know even though we got to land first 50 customers as fast as possible, no one is keen on becoming a full-time copywriter writing SEO blogs or becoming full-time salesman handling meetings from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Totally get this. And that's why we installed tools to automate email research and hired a virtual assistant to handle inbox management and lead generation. Fortunately, it's not difficult to outsource tasks that you understand inside out. Then we upgraded our landing page, copy, and offer. By the end of the program, Percy has grown by 340% in its monthly recurring revenue. And that's without us putting a single dollar in ads. The reason we decided to hold on with ad campaigns was because first we wanted to make sure we find the right buyer persona and build a reliable customer acquisition system. Now we can fuel it as much as we want by reinvesting revenue into hiring, ads, automation, support, and development. And here, on, for example, on my YouTube channel or on this page, you can find a couple-minute video from Britton himself where he is sharing his experience with working with me and talks about his thoughts inside taking part in SaaS Camp. If you'd like my help and help of my team with your startup, let me know. I love helping out founders because this is my mission. I haven't found any type of activity which makes me more fulfilled than this one. I am now a full-time coach thanks to me working with more than 50 founders so far. And this is just an example of how we applied the evergreen acquisition framework to grow one of the startups. Even though the principles remain the same, in every case they are different. And that's why if you'd like to get more one-on-one support with your tool and get actionable advice on what exactly you got to do to grow it faster, I'll be waiting for our meeting. Talk soon and wish you to have a fantastic day.